What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard and live. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape excited, leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and lace. Inhale fumes from a stove up. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what the about that?
Hey yo, Prim, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the It's album time. Yeah.
Premiere album still gonna happen.
In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas. Host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go from AT&T Stadium. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. First carry now for Jaden Blue. He's got room to run right at the start. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
That's going to be incomplete. Very astounded there. That's going to bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Dak going to get this to Blue. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
On third down, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Cowboys.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll come up here, first and 10. A shotgun snap for... That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox, and it'll be second down.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield, and what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and Don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
Second down, Prescott. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Dak facing third and long. Rolling right. He's going to air this one out. That is hard. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 50. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on third down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Dak can throw it here on first down. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up second down.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike. And those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. He's going to run it. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys.
When things haven't been going your way, like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want a defender return. Going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Murray now going to throw to open. A dive, but too far out in front of him. Incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Osa Odigizua. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. And he's going to have a Cards first down. They convert in style there. Big play on 4th and long.
And that's a nice grab for Mike, and he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
That'll be intercepted. Picked up His offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. He's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Pistol now for Prescott. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket, keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's going to be incomplete. And he'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
47.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That one intercepted. Picked off by Max Milton. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. We are through one. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. First and 10. Prescott now. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Jordan Burks in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Prescott. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And he will score. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Here's a screen set up for Benson. And they will finally run him down. That's a pickup of 33. The defense bewildered. A rough start to this drive.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
On first down, Murray. Quick throw, taken in. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Arizona.
Throwing again is Murray. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all. Get to the backfield and bring him down.
Now second down throw from Murray. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
He's got it at the 7, and he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker, it is first and goal.
And the Cardinals, first down. First and goal, Arizona.
This one intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
On first and 10, Prescott. The outside, catch made by Pickens. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He's got an ad. It's CeeDee Lamb. He's going to be marked out up around the 33. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Like a sharp fight, dog is the dog, blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud, and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more run out. And if it ain't, everybody come out.
Back to throw is Prescott. Working across the field, that's Pickens. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Prescott again. That one swung out to Blue. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And they will get the first down here and move it into field goal range inside the 25.
That's another Cowboys first down.
Play action now. Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Dak. That's complete to Blue. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard
Straight
line.
ahead. It's Blue. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. Left side, caught by Lamb. And he'll get forward, give him about 4 yards before getting out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Here's Prescott. And he'll take it on in. Dawson knocks. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
His kick is good. Makes the score Cowboys 21, Cardinals nothing. Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. Very one-sided 1st half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Murray now to throw on 1st down. Oh, in trouble, and there he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Murray now on 2nd down. Back left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. It's just his 1st catch. They have held him in check so far. That one gives him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Murray gets it away quickly, and it's caught. A big hole. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play run after the catch.
Makes the score Cowboys 41.
the kicks away. Whoa, that ball went directly out of bounds. Penalty markers come in. The ball's going to come out, being spotted all the way up near midfield. They'll start this on the ground with blue. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Stretching the field is Knox. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
37-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On second down, it's Dak. That's caught by Tolbert right side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On third down, Prescott. That's brought in right side by Pickett. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. This one from just under 50 yards. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Cowboys have run out to a 24-7 lead.
Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go! And he's going to take this all the way back. 91 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. Greg, it is one of the most exciting plays in football. Rare that we see it, but when it all comes together and works out in a return for a touchdown, it is truly something special.
And it is, Mike. It is because we don't see it very often. In a world of the ever-increasing touchback, we don't see a lot of returns in this league. So when you get one, let alone one as exciting as that, man, it is fun to watch.
This one fielded at the 15. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The drive starts with a carry by Blue. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Max Melton. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. Meanwhile, Greg, a very nice return here. Good field position for this next drive. They'll start at the 35. On first down, here's Blue. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take it back to the other side of midfield.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
He'll let this go for Pickens. And he will go all the way. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Makes the score Cowboys 31.
Touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. McBride is the motion man. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And this will be a Cardinals first down. Take it up to about the 33-yard line. A nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Again, it's Benson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 37, here's second down and 6. Throwing Murray. The throw here is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's good.
Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Pass complete there to Harrison. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
At the Cowboys' 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. And he just does pitch that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Murray's going to throw again. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Cardinals.
Murray going to hand this to Benson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Down inside the 10. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal. It's the quarterback with a sneak. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short. They go play action with Murray. Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. Tip Ryman. Touchdown, Arizona. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This one fielded at the 15. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
At their own 43-yard line.
Yeah, here we go.
First down, Prescott. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. Moving outside the pocket. That's down the field for Lamb. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. It's a gain of 34.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
A first down throw for Prescott. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And the last 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We'll see if they can put this one out of reach.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
A gain of 7.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing
that one, take it in, middle of the end zone. C.D. Lamb, touchdown Cowboys.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all just seal this victory away.
38, Cardinals 28. Ryan Fitzgerald set.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Big Omaha.
They'll drop to throw. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Murray. Flush to his right. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the 2nd round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a 1st rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
Dak will throw it here on 1st down. And he won't get away. Good open tackle there to get him down behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Prescott out quickly here to Pickens. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2.
Arizona take its first time out. Clock will stop. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Here we go.
To throw is Prescott. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
A loss of 7.
Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd. 70 seconds left to go in this game. And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and it'll bring him down on the other side of midfield. Cards going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Here's 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Big ass open, big ass open.
On second down, Murray. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
On third down, Murray. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's a gain of 37. And the Cardinals first down. First and goal.
Throwing again is Murray. In trouble, and down he goes. Now, second and goal.
Almost 7 yards. It's second down and goal.
Now Murray. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Teron Blank. He's going to go out of bounds, but a very nice return up past the 35-yard line.
Intercepted.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Here we go. One final play. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory.